Good morning, Arsene. Happy
Good morning.
new season.
Thank you.
It's been a busy summer and just beating the champions in the Community Shield. The positivity around the club seems particularly high at the start of this season.
Yes, we are positive and confident, but we know as well that the performance tomorrow will depend on the way we can start strongly, concentrated and focused on our performance. That's why even there is a good basic confidence, we are on our toes and want to prepare well for tomorrow.
You talk about a fast start, of course there's Crystal Palace and then there's the two Champions League games, and in between a tough game away at Everton and the games against the big teams away from home is something you want to improve, so it needs to be a fast start.
Yes, but the best way to achieve that is to focus on tomorrow. Let's take it as always game by game and have a strong start. We play against Crystal Palace, who is an uncomfortable team for everybody, and I believe that the way we can put pace and dynamic into our game will certainly prevail to have a good result.
But there is a bit of uncertainty, one would presume, at Crystal Palace given the situation surrounding Tony Pulis.
Yeah, it was a complete surprise to me, and what kind of consequence will that have on Crystal Palace, I don't know. The only thing you can say, he has done a remarkable job last season, and he made a miracle, and I don't know really why he left, but it took me by surprise.
And just finally from me, the team news for the opening game, is it the same squad as the Community Shield given that Campbell?
Yeah, it could be approximately the same squad. Koscielny should be back. He had a little Achilles problem, but he has his final test today and he should be available.
Any other doubts at all?
No, the Germans are not ready yet. They continue their program of preparation, and the earliest they could be considered again is Everton.
Arsene, you've been here a long time, you've seen lots of things in English football. Could you have possibly imagined a situation where you found yourself surprised that the Premier League Manager of the Year had left his job 36 hours before the start of the season?
No, I haven't seen that. So that means you can always be surprised. And I was at the managers meeting on Monday with Tony Pulis, and nothing indicated that he would not be here tomorrow afternoon.
Will it have any impact on the game? If so, what?
I don't know. That's very difficult to know what kind of consequence we'll have on Crystal Palace. The only thing we can do is prepare ourselves to face a tough opponent. And I think the importance of a game, the fact that it's the first game of the season, Crystal Palace will be focused and motivated.
What teams do you consider to be genuine contenders to win the Premier League this year?
Genuine contenders, you have 6 or 7 teams.
Who do you include beyond the top 4 from
You have the
last
top
year?
4, then you have of course Man United. The top 4 was last year, then you have Man United, you have Everton. How well will Tottenham respond, I don't know, but Everton was very dangerous last year as well, so they could be a candidate as well.
Do you only assess the contenders properly once the window closes?
Yes, that's because a lot can happen until the 31st of August. That's why I always said that it would be better that the transfer window closes before we play the first game. It would be much easier for everybody.
How do you assess the business that you've done in the window so far, and do you want to make more signings?
I'm happy with the players I signed, with their quality, their attitude. We have not a massive change, but we signed Debuchy, Campbell and Sanchez, and all the 3 integrated well mentally the team. So we are not destabilized, and I feel that it's a strong reinforcement of our squad. Will I still do something? I don't rule it out.
Would it be a marquee signing, and do you need to get past the Champions League games to be able to do that financially?
Look, our finances are still healthy, but we want, of course, go through in the Champions League group stage to do that.
Would you only make another big signing if you got through to the group stages?
It depends what you call big signing, you know. For me, big signing is a good player, and for you, it is linked with the amount of money you spend. Sometimes you have to do both together, but sometimes you can find as well a big player without having what you call a big signing.
Do you need more players, Arsene? Do you need
more? No, number-wise we are maybe a little bit short in some areas of the game, but the depth of the squad is very good.
You don't think you need covering to the back or up front?
Up front we have plenty of candidates. We have Campbell has joined us again, you know, plus the new signings. If Walcott is coming back end of the month, so if you look at the number of players we have up front, we have unbelievable strength.
And the array of attacking talent you've got, how excited are you by this group?
I'm very excited because they have what is for me the most important. They are ambitious, and we have a good togetherness in the team.
Obviously you've won the title in the past with Arsenal. How does this squad compare, do you think, to those teams?
Look, I believe that we have a chance because we were a long time top of the league last year. It's difficult to know how much better the other teams will be. We have some challenges that we have, of course, to face that we did not face well last year. That means we have to take more points from the top teams, and that will be our real challenge this year, and keep the consistency we have shown last year against the teams who do not fight for the championship.
In your mind at this stage, who would you say are the favourites for the title?
The favourites you have again, the Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Man United, and us. I include.
Do you think it's that open? There's no one side. You would say Chelsea, City, and then.
No, there's no gap. There's no hierarchy in the names I give you. There's no priority in there. It's just there the obvious candidates.
Everybody's looking forward to seeing Sanchez play for Arsenal. Do you think it will take him a while to settle into?
No, I hope not. I think it will be very quick to adapt, and he's very keen. He's a player who is proactive, you know, wants to make things happen, runs at people, is committed. I believe he has all the ingredients to be a very good Premier League player.
And having waited so long for the trophies, we've now won 2. What have you seen a difference within your group mentally?
Look, the confidence with a little bit a weight off the shoulders, that's for sure. But we want now to show that and transform that into efficiency in our performances.
So when you compare this pre-season to some of the ones you've had in the last few years, is this the most settled, the kind of calmest pre-season you've had?
The calmest environment, certainly. And but you know, I'm long enough in the job to know that the reality is tomorrow. The toughness of the Premier League, how much can you turn up there and produce a performance, and all the rest is good to have. It's a good basis, good spirit, good quality in our sessions, but the reality is tomorrow when we start the game at 5:30 to show that you are up for it and that you are ready for a battle.
Do you think though that basis, the fact that you don't have big issues kind of hanging over the club this time, can make a difference to you this season?
It can, it helps. To have some more serene environment helps, but it is important as well that you sometimes with electricity around you can help you to focus as well, you know. So I still believe it's good to have a serene environment, to know where we want to go, and we know we have put the effort in during our preparation to be ready, so let's show that tomorrow.
You've got players in early, you don't have the financial constraints that maybe you had a few years ago, you haven't got a massive kind of injury problem. Do you feel there are no excuses this season now that you can really...
Look, I never was a big fan of excuses. I just think what is important is that a manager takes the best out of the team, of its potential. That's where you see the good managers. We just spoke about Tony Pulis. So maybe he was the manager of the season last year because he took the maximum out of his team during the period he was there. That's the real job of a manager. Having said that, we are in a stronger situation, but we're still facing clubs who have unlimited resources and who are in the same situation of strength.
But just on Tony Pulis, one of the issues there seems to have been control over transfers and who exactly was in charge. How important is it for you as a manager that you are in control of that process?
Look, normally we are responsible, and our competence is to choose the players and to build the team, and that's the responsibility of the manager. Unless we become just robots and somebody pushes on the button and we just execute what they decide.
Could you ever work in a sort of direct?
No.
Have you ever been told, no, you can't have this player? Have you said, I want him, and they've said, nope, sorry?
No, because I understood very early in my career that it is important to have control of that, because we are judged on our results, and the results. I'm not against listening to other opinions, but at the end of the day, even in every democracy, somebody has to make a decision, you know, and normally it should be a guy who is responsible for the results.
Is that harder now, though, in the modern game, for the manager to retain that control with foreign owners?
It's harder, yes. Yeah. It's much harder than it was traditionally in England, of course.
Arsene, it's been a decade now since Arsenal won the championship. Is this, if you were to win it, is this going to be the hardest one of all of the championships you've ever won, given what you're up against?
I don't know. I don't know it will be the hardest one or not, but certainly it will be a tough competition again. It was very exciting. Look, we finished fourth last year. We made 79 points, and Man City won it with 86. So it was very tight in the top four, and that's 1 or 2 games. If you win against them and they have 3 points less, you have 3 points more. That means it's down then to 1 game, you know. So it's very difficult to predict who will win it. The only thing, you know, it will be tough.
Can I just ask you one question on Turkey next week? How much can you glean from the experiences last season? And is this going to be a completely different fixture when you play out in Besiktas?
When you play?
Besiktas next week. Is it going to be, last time you went to Istanbul, very comprehensive performance? Are you expecting similar things?
I believe that it will be a very tough game and a very important one for us. It's we want to be in the Champions League group stage. They have had a convincing result against Feyenoord, and for us we have the luck to play the first game away. So of course we know what is at stake, and we want, of course, to be highly focused for this game.
Arsene, you mentioned Joel Campbell earlier. You obviously must have been impressed with his display out in South America. Is he a vital member of your squad now, or would you be willing to listen to any offers for him?
No, he's a member of my squad at the moment. He had a good preparation. He played well against Benfica, for example, and in training he's very focused and eager to do well. And I would like to keep him.
Has he come back a different player to the one who sort of went out on loan?
He has matured a lot. You know, he came from a non-competitive world into a world with hyper competition, and he has adapted slowly, but he has adapted very well. And he has very good spirit, very good attitude.
Last one at the back.
Hello, Arsene. Hi. So during the World Cup, Germany coach Joachim Löw said England would not win the tournament again, as not enough English players play at the top level. Only 1/3 Premier League players are English. Do you think England will continue to underperform at international level as long as that is the case?
No, there's no reason. You know, I heard that argument many times. I don't agree with it at all, because people said that Roy Hodgson has only 40 players to choose from for the national team. But even if you play with 400 players in the Premier League, we'll only have 40 players to choose from, you know, and that will not change. And from 66 to 96, there was no foreign players in England, and it has not changed anything in the results of a national team. I believe that there's two ways to look at that problem of foreign players. I believe as well it's a great opportunity for the English players to improve in contact with the contact we have with the best players in the world, and that's a great opportunity. And I would like. Don't worry for the English national team, because I think they're on a good way. They were not far from top quality in Brazil, but I believe that they're on a good way because there's a good bunch of young players, and hopefully in 2016 in France, in my country, where they will do very well.
Arsene, I should just ask, are you going to loan Serge Gnabry? Serge Gnabry, are you going to loan him out?
No. He's still injured, you know, at the moment. We have to follow his progress. He needs competition. If nobody goes in the current squad, it could happen. But at the moment he's not fit. He's recovering from a long-term knee inflammation, and even if he was really fit, he would play for us.
Thanks all. Just take the microphone.